Welcome into the 19th hole podcast here with Jay Farrior. Today we just played the 18th hole at the Avila Beach Golf Resort. How did I do?
You did. I think you birdied it, didn't you? Or was that an eagle? Can't remember.
Very official. It's
Yes.
very, very official here. Thank you for having us out here, and thank you for running such a gem on the Central Coast when it comes to golf. I mean, this is the one place that people, when they come from outside the area or when they move to the area newly, as I did 12 years ago, this was the one place I was like, okay, that's the course I got to go play. What is the mix of locals and tourism here at Avila Beach? I think that's something many people might not know about.
Well, we are truly blessed being right next to the ocean, so we do get a fair amount of what I would call out of the area play. I would say we're about 50-50 local to the tourist visitor. The other thing is that in this area, not touting the other golf courses, but you have a lot of variety. You have a lot of choices to make. There's a lot of golf courses, and it truly is a golfer's paradise here. We're fortunate enough that we are on the coast. The layout of our golf course is such that a lot of people see the charm to it. They love coming here and coming back.
I saw two things that I've not seen in a pro shop in a very long. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody rent a set of golf clubs. I saw that take place today, because probably people come here for vacation and they look down the street like, hey, there's a golf course there, and I saw somebody rent a pull cart.
Yes. Yes. Well, this game of golf actually originated walking.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Believe it or not. Those electric carts and that is something that happened as of recent in this evolution of the golf game. So we do have walkers. It's a great walk. Most golf courses are just a tad over 10,000 steps if you count your steps, so about 5.5 miles. And especially on this golf course, the front nine is somewhat hilly, so you get a little hiking as well as having a good time.
What are some of the misconceptions of Avila Beach Golf Resort?
Well, the tendency, or what I hear out there on the street, is that Avila is a very, very tough course. I think that has a lot to do with the playing field that you're using when you come out here. Most golf courses are divided into kind of sub-courses. There's different tee boxes for different skill levels. We have 4 tee boxes. We have red, gold, white, and blue. A lot of people refer to that blue as the championship tee. I find that people tend to bite off more than they can chew, especially on this golf course. So they will tee off from possibly a tee box that is just a little bit more than they bargained for. I always say tee off from the box that makes the most sense as far as how far you can drive the golf ball. For somebody that is, say, under a 200-yard drive, they have absolutely no reason to be on those tips. That's just going to make for a very difficult day. They'd be better off just going up to the front tees, the red tees, and having a good time.
Remember that when you're out with your buddies and you're golfing, it's about having a good time. It's not about keeping up with the Joneses.
No.
You're gonna any golf course. That goes for any golf course, really.
Pretty much.
And you were telling me something else too, that a lot of people don't take into account elevation here when they play Avila Beach Golf Resort.
Yes, elevation, the types of grass that we have here. A lot of people coming over from the valley, different golf courses that are either on bent grass or even Bermuda. The grass that we have over here is kikuyu, and it's a very, very, very coarse grass that doesn't allow the ball to advance once it hits the ground. So, if you, say, fly your drive 230, 240 yards and tend to get about a 20 or 30-yard roll-off, that ain't going to happen here. So, all of a sudden that 6,000-yard course becomes the equivalent of about a 6,500, 6,800-yard course because of the lack of roll-off. So just those are the nuances of this course versus others, and takes a little getting used to, but once you do, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Other things that go on out here. There's lots of other things that go on out here. Events. A lot of how many weddings a year take place at Avila Beach Golf Resort?
I got to believe. I mean, there's 52 weeks of the year, maybe 60 weddings.
Yeah, no, sometimes they're double booked on the weekends in the summertime.
It seems it's just a great venue for all of that. People love to have the ocean as a backdrop. Who can blame them? I got married here, so. We do a lot of weddings, just a lot of different events, from movie nights for the kids on Fridays, weddings on the weekends, concert events, just lots of stuff going on out here.
Now, if people want to find out, like a calendar type thing, is the website the best place to go for that?
I would go to the website. We do have a calendar on our website that gives you kind of a breakdown of the different events. I mean, some people would just want to golf, and they don't want to get tied up in the different other things that we have going on out here. So it's a great reference that you can use.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Sometimes you book a round of golf and the I don't know, Incubus is playing or something. You're like, wait a minute.
We definitely try to keep those at night for obvious reasons. But we've had, some great backdrop music from the Doobie Brothers on and on and on.
Yeah.
And you're out there playing on the front nine with that going in the background. You're thinking,
you can't ask for
cool.
Yeah, you can't ask for better than that. If you go out for a round of golf and the Doobie Brothers concert breaks out, you're like, oh, okay. I guess there's a bonus, huh?
Yeah.
Now you're the guy that does the lessons here.
Yes.
Now, if people, what is your specialty? If you were to say, ask you, what's the one area in which Jay's golf game really excels?
Well, I wish I could say it was my drive, but I'm a little guy, so my drives don't go far. Never have, never will. So I've really had to concentrate on my short game, the chips, pitches, and the putts. So, and I think pretty much anybody would benefit from a short game lesson.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I mean that's where all your scoring. I mean that's where your scoring comes down.
100%
is in the short game.
100%.
Now you guys do a fair amount of clinics too, right?
We do. Yes, we have 3 clinics a week. We have a short game clinic and a full swing clinic midweek, and then on the weekends, Saturdays, every Saturday, we have this great program called Links and Drinks. Starts at 1 o'clock on Saturdays. Includes a lot of things, not only a short clinic with me prior to tee off, but you also get a cart, green fees, and actually a beverage out of the bar, all for $25.
This starts at 1 on Saturdays?
Yeah, 1 on Saturdays. It's a 9-hole rate, but I mean, still,
right.
9 holes with a cart and all of that. If you put an actual dollar amount to that, normal, I don't know, 3-4 times more.
Right, because you're getting a little lesson.
A lot, yeah.
You're getting a refreshment, and you're going out and you're playing golf. And typically, and this podcast is being recorded in the fall, but your golf season runs up until pretty much December before you have to worry about any weather issues, right?
Well, if you're taking in consideration last year, yes, correct.
Yes, but even there's ways around it by just looking at the 7-day forecast. This is a full year-round golf facility. And the conditions are always going to be pretty much the same.
Yeah, we've done, I've been here on years when we've had, most of California, not a drop of rain during the winter months. And we're going as hot and heavy in January as we are in July. So it's a great place. And the climate is so temperate. In the wintertime, I've been out on the golf course in January when it's hit close to almost 100. Mm-hmm. So, it can be.
And remember that funky little Avila Beach microclimate here. It's always nicer here than any other part of the county. It's a great place to come out and play golf. Now, at the end of these podcasts, these 19th hole podcasts, we like to layer in some kind of we call it an Easter egg for the people that have taken the time to listen to the podcast to find out about the golf course. And for you to kind of offer an olive branch, say, come on out here, check it out if you've never seen it before. What would you like to do for anybody listening to the podcast?
Well, what I think makes sense is put your clubs in the back of your car, your truck. Get down here. We'll give you a free medium bucket of range balls if you mention this podcast and go out on a range. But take a little tour around the place. Go into Mulligan's, have a beverage, or come into the pro shop.
I'm a cider guy, and I'm always this is the place. So when my friends get together, like, where do you want to play golf? They have a decent cider selection in Mulligan's, and most golf courses don't. So I always, well, let's go Avila because of the cider game is on point.
Yeah, for sure. Tuesday nights we have Taco Tuesday here. I don't know how long that's going to run, but
there's always something going on. Always something going on out here.
Yeah, hang out.
I know we mentioned it in the video earlier. You guys have a Twilight Club that's going on right now, which is an amazing deal that you guys are running. $59, and then you come out. It's after, what is it,
after three right now?
And then when the time changed, was that after 2?
It goes after 2.
Yeah, it's $59. You come out and you say, I'm a part of the Twilight Club, and you go out on the course and you play and have a good time till the sun goes down, right?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the green fees are taken care of with a $59 membership,
which is just amazing. And of course, don't forget. Have you guys set your date for? I mean, maybe this is a super secret for the podcast too.
It's not super secret. We have our annual holiday sale. Always the first Saturday in December, and that is very early in December this year, December 2nd.
December 2nd. Okay, mark that down on your calendars if you're listening to this, because how much can people save on those punch cards?
The punch cards, regularly $300. I think we're going to discount them down to $220. That's 10 plays for $220. That's $22 a round, and that can be used 7 days a week. Crazy.
Yeah, which is crazy. And then the nice thing about that, you mentioned 7 days a week. You want to use it, one of those plays in the summertime on a Saturday, you can use it then,
doubt.
And the restrictions aren't there for that. So mark it down on your calendars, December 2nd. Also, throw the clubs in the back of the car. If you're already in the car and you're listening to the podcast, when you get home, throw the clubs in the back of the car, and then come on out here to Avila Beach and hit a bucket of balls and take a look at what they're doing. Jay, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today.
Jeff, thank you.
The 19th Hole Podcast is a production of American General Media and CentralCoastGolfCart.com. All rights reserved. This podcast and any portion of this podcast may not be published, broadcast, rewritten, or redistributed, in whole or part, without the express written permission of American General Media or CentralCoastGolfCart.com. The 19th Hole Podcast is hosted by Jeff Kingman and can be found wherever you listen to podcasts. Now, go play some golf.